Te presentamos House of Gods, una marca nueva pero candidata a ser líder en Latinoamérica con respecto a lo que es merchandising de bandas de metal. Y te explicamos el porqué. Todos los productos que compres a través de esta página son productos oficiales de las bandas. O sea, vas a tener acceso a diseños de primera calidad que no están disponibles en ningún lado. Y además el dinero de las compras que se generen van a ir directamente a las manos de tus artistas favoritos. Por lo que, con cada compra, aportás para que ellos puedan seguir activos y creando el arte que tanto nos gusta. Aparte, gracias a tus aportes, hacen donaciones periódicas a diferentes organizaciones de rescate y esterilización animal para mejorar la calidad de vida de muchos animales sin hogar. Así que, si necesitas merch oficial de tus bandas favoritas, pedíselo a House of Gods. Envíos a toda Latinoamérica. Escuchá Anticolor en Spotify, iTunes y YouTube. Próximamente publican su segundo álbum Reanimation, solo en sus plataformas y en Over Music.
Yes, well, things happen all the freaking time when you're out. There's been so many things. Bad experiences touring. We crashed our tour vehicle in 2010. So it was like a near-death experience for us. Luckily, we made it out alive with some broken ribs. We were on tour with a band called Airborne. We had a bunch of shows booked in Scandinavia, and we slipped on black ice and crashed head into a snowplow. This was like the first snow of the year. We had to cancel like 5 or 6 shows, and then we were back at it again in Berlin. That was pretty extreme. Another thing, we were on tour with Destruction in Europe, and we got the engine of the tour bus broke down, so we had to get to a service station somewhere in Belgium at that point, and this turned out to be a pretty bad area that we were in. It ended up with the entire service station, not kidding, surrounded by terrorists or something like that, ISIS like guys who wanted to kill us because we had American people among us, and that wasn't very popular with them. It ended up that we had to get escorts from police away from the service station like 2 or 3 hours later to our hotels. That was pretty sick. Another sick story was when we were crossing the border from Bolivia to Peru. We were somehow talked into taking the bus instead of like a flight normally, because the promoters thought that it would spare us time, probably spare them money as well. However, we got into the bus, we started to ride, and somewhere when we got close to the Peruvian border, the entire roads were closed off for some reason. There were huge piles of dirt on the road, and so the buses couldn't, like, none of the traffic could pass on. And then we were closed from the back also, and then we heard people telling us that this was like bandits or guerrilla or whatever doing this to try to rob people on the road. We heard gun shootings in the backgrounds, and it was pretty surreal. However, we started to walk with all our gear towards the border, and eventually we got picked up by bike taxis that could like take us on bikes for a couple of kilometers so we could cross the border and get to the show in time. However, we had like the entire band at that time had like strep throat infection, so it ended up with, it was just like, I think not Tobias, but Joseph and me doing the show while Tobias was sick on his hotel room in Juliaca in Peru. That was also a pretty sick thing. Shit happens all the time, you know. That's a little bit of the fun in it too.